This is the secret sauce, the whole formula. It almost never deviates. Step 1, you always start with a good, hardworking person who's going through a really tough time. Step 2, that person is faced with a moral test. Step 3, something totally unbelievable happens, some kind of miracle or supernatural event. And finally, step 4, cosmic justice is served. The good guys win, the bad guys lose. Every single time.
So let's see this formula in action. We'll start by looking at a story where the bad guy gets exactly what's coming to him. Let's call this one Greed's Golden Prison.
So, our story is all about two vegetable sellers. In one corner, you've got D-Walker. He's our hero. Honest, hardworking, all-natural produce. His customers absolutely love him. And in the other corner, you have Bhairav. He's lazy, he uses nasty chemicals, and he is just eaten up with jealousy over D-Walker's success. You can already see where this is going, right?
So Bhairav actually tricks D-Walker and gets him locked away in an old abandoned jail. But then, Bhairav finds this huge stash of stolen gold hidden in that very same jail. And his reaction tells you everything you need to know about him. He just screams, "This gold is mine." There's no thinking, no wondering, just pure, raw greed. That's his fatal flaw right there.
And look at how perfectly this story fits our formula. D-Walker getting locked up, that's the virtuous hardship. Bhairav finding the gold, that's the moral test, which, yeah, he fails big time. The miraculous intervention, this is my favorite part. The thieves who stole the gold and the police show up at the exact same time. I mean, what are the odds? It's a perfect coincidence that serves the story's moral purpose. And finally, cosmic justice. Bhairav gets carted off to jail and D-Walker is set free. It's clean, it's simple, it's a perfect ending.
But okay, the formula doesn't just punish the bad guys. It's also set up to reward the good guys. So let's flip the script and look at our next case study.
This time, we're going to look at two stories at once that basically tell the same tale. One's about some magical lemons, and the other is about a pot that cooks up golden pancakes, or idlis. And in both, we have these really hard-working families that are facing just impossible odds.
Now, in both of these stories, the families have to pass their own moral test. In the lemon story, this poor farmer, Yogi, helps an old woman with her garden, asks for nothing in return, and she gives him magical seeds. In the idli story, Lakshmi's family is facing this massive medical bill, but they don't give up. They decide to work together to start a small business. That choice leads them to buy an old pot, which, you guessed it, turns out to be magic. So you see, one is an act of pure kindness, the other is an act of proactive hard work, but both families pass the test.
And the stakes here are just, wow, 20 lakh rupees. That's the cost of the surgery for Lakshmi's husband. For a poor family, that is an absolutely impossible amount of money. The number is there to show you just how deep their hardship is, and it makes that final miracle feel so much more earned.
And I love this quote from Lakshmi's kids because it shows you exactly how they react to this crisis. They're not just sitting around waiting for a miracle. Their first instinct is, let's work together, let's do something. And that is the exact kind of active virtue that this fable formula is designed to reward.
And when you lay out the final results like this, it's perfect. The justice is completely balanced. Greedy Bhairav, he's in jail. The kind farmer Yogi, his family gets health and wealth. And Lakshmi's hardworking family, her husband is healed and they get a new home. See, the moral universe is perfectly back in balance.
Okay, so that brings us to the really big question here. Why does this super simple formula have such a powerful hold on us, especially right now, in this day and age?
I mean, let's be honest, the real world is complicated. It's messy. It's ambiguous. So why are we so drawn to a type of story where the rules are so simple and the endings are so completely predictable? What's the appeal?
Well, it really boils down to these 4 things. First, in a world that's full of gray areas, these stories give us total moral clarity. Good is good, evil is evil, no question. Second, they give us hope. They reinforce this idea that hard work and being a good person actually pays off. Third, they deliver this incredibly satisfying sense of justice that, let's face it, we don't always get to see in real life. And finally, they're just so simple, which makes them really easy to get, to remember, and to hit that share button. So at the end of the day, these little animated videos are so much more than just quick entertainment. You can think of them as cultural artifacts. They reflect this really deep, fundamental human desire for the world to make sense, for it to be fair, for it to be just, and for it to be predictable.
And that really leaves us with one last thing to think about. As our own world feels more and more chaotic, more uncertain, is it possible that our attraction to these simple, orderly little story worlds isn't just a passing trend, but something we actually genuinely need? Just some food for thought. Thanks for diving into this with me.